take a moment to talk about power play face-offs. And once again, we're using our positions and our terms that we talk about. And I want to say that the net front guy and the bumper, these guys can switch. So it just kind of depends who the center is. The center most of the time is always going to be a bumper or a net guy. The shooters are going to be the flanks and the top. Those most of the time won't be any of our centers. So I want to explain to you guys is just exactly how you know where to line up. So if we are on the right face-off dot, right, so this is to the left of the goalie, but right side of the ice for us offensively, then our right flank is going to be down on the wall, and our left flank is going to be up by the point. Now, this could be a forward, and this could be a defenseman, but it's not about forward or D when we're on the power play. It's about using these terms in these positions. So if we were to change to the other side of the ice, it's the exact same thing where we need to rotate. So the left flank would now come down and be this winger here. Once again, it could be a forward or a defenseman, doesn't matter. It's all about your position. And then the right flank would come out to the point for the face-off. So this is how we want to set up, and the reason for that is because how we want to win face-offs. So how we want to win face-offs is always back to our guy at the top. So our face-offs always want to come back to the point. These two guys should always be coming in and helping on the face-off. And all we're trying to do is get this puck back up to the top. As soon as we get it up to the top, we want to rotate and we want to get into our spots. So most of the time, I want to say most of the time, you're going to have some sort of setup where they have their four guys in a line, or maybe like this, where they're pretty tight right around the circle. And we're going to have options, obviously, because we have one more player on the ice. Sometimes they'll have a forward dive down towards this top guy, or sometimes they might have a forward come out this way. Regardless, we want to pretty much do the same thing and just make a read. So puck gets one back up to the top, and we want to move to the middle of the ice. And so as we move, everyone rotates. So top guy gets the puck, we move to the middle of the ice, the right flank rotates over to his side, the left flank is going to come up and just support just a little bit, and then our net guy is going to get to the net, and our bumper is going to get to the middle of the ice, right? So this is the setup we're trying to get to right off the face-off. And if this winger who's on the inside decides to come up to the top, well, now we can just move this puck over to the right flank and no one's going to be covering him. If this winger decides to stay out here, well, now we've got options, right? If this center comes at you, or if the center's late, we might be able just to shoot, or if he comes at you, you might be able to move it over to the left flank. But most of the time, they're only going to have two guys high. There are, if you watch like NHL games, teams are getting really good at defending faceoffs, so they'll throw this defenseman up on this left flank guy. I don't really see teams doing that to us, but if they do, we'll adjust. But basically, all we're going to do is we're going to read where their two forwards are, and this top guy is going to make a decision. Does he walk and shoot? Does he walk pass to the right flank, or does he walk and pass to the left flank? And now we're in our setup, and that's basically all we're going to do. There's more that we can get to as far as set plays off of faceoffs, but that's really just the general idea of what we're trying to do on a faceoff.